Hello, and welcome to Emerald Thoth with me, Mark. No messages to come with straight through today. Just going to do a similar theme this week and look in the four directions or the four areas of mind and body, emotions and spirit, and have a look at what's coming out with the Urban Crow Oracle. It's a bit more of a shadowy deck, but more of an earthly type deck. So maybe to see what kind of shadowy areas or earthly areas or more grounded areas the Spirit's asking you to work through, or asking us to work through at the moment. So I'll pull 4 cards for the different areas and 1 card in the centre. So first for the body, the physical plane, and for spirit, and for the mental area, for emotional, and 1 more to centre the reading. Okay. Now, one card that was looking to come out but not quite coming out was risk. That would indicate to me that you're a little bit on the fence, you're umming and ahhing about taking risks, and in this case the crow here is taking a risk to try and prise open this shell, this clam. And some areas are a bit more trappy and traverse, but to get to the other side or to find your comfort or your ease or your flow, you need to face discomfort first. And you also need to take risks and take actions and reach out to try and find something on the other side. So maybe there's a bit of and ahhing about taking risks. The bottom of the deck is resistance. So in that case, there may be things that you are resisting, things that you may be facing resistance from. In all likelihood, a mix of both. It's 40 and 41 there. So a sense of stability with the number 4 that changes brewing with the 0 and the 1. So let's look at what the cards are saying. In the physical realm, it says nature. So this could be a time of grounding. We are in Taurus season, a very natural, earthy time, coming into a summer period from a spring period. So there's a lot more about connection with earth, connection with yourself in a way. This kind of crow that's standing fairly alone. There's another crow nearby and more crows perched on the wire, but you're grounding and you're stabilizing in this sense, and that's feeling and being in your body. And in the spiritual realm is fear, number 18. 18 also the moon card in the traditional major arcana. There could be fears that you're facing that are stopping you or preventing you from taking risks, resistance that you're facing from yourself and outside forces or people around you. But Spirit here seems to say the fears are not exactly what you think. The scarecrow here is not an actual man or person or something that's going to harm the crow by itself, but it is made to look and do so. It's an illusion, like in the moon card. There's a sense of you facing your illusions here and coming out of them. In the mental realm is communication. So this can speak to asking for help, asking for guidance from the people around you, from source, from spirit. It gives a sense of reaching out. I was kind of going to say maybe in communication with yourself, but this gives a sense of external reaching out to people and finding the places that can help guide you through these fears. It's taking a risk to be in environments and let people in that are going to help you prosper. In the emotional realm is anticipation. It gives a sense of hopefulness, number 3 on this card. So this talks about communities, it talks about creativity, this talks about groups and networks. you're kind of on your own here, but everything's being set up and there are people around. There are tables that are waiting for you to take a seat. There are places that are waiting for you to join. There are parties that are just waiting for your arrival in this world. And you can anticipate it in here. So there are things to come. It's a case of taking the risks and pushing through the fears here and getting past any resistance. This takes persistence to get through the resistance. And when you get past that resistance and all these fears and illusions, and you can communicate and you can find the groups and those tables that you're meant to be sitting at by taking the risks, there is abundance. Number one, coming into a level of self-mastery, coming into abundance, coming to this place that you anticipate where all these fish are available, and from those risks that you've taken, there is a plethora of good things available and waiting for you and for others that you are with too. Let's take some cards to signify what's happening there. So, secrets of the ancestors. One that kind of wants to come off the top. And let's see if there's another one. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the loner, as in the hermit card. Number 9, isolation and introspection. The number 9 card in this deck is communication. So again, we're coming out of those phases. This takes time to come out of that isolation. If you're used to being on your own and protecting your own energy, it doesn't just happen straight away. I'm being drawn to the white feather on here as well, as you have angelic spiritual guides that are helping and assisting with this. There's a lot of white, so purification in a sense in this card. So out is root of water, highly sensitive, number 28. This card has come out a few times in readings recently. You are blossoming and blooming, and you're learning how your sensitivity matters and how you can stand in that. The lifelong path of an empath is how you stand out, is how you don't take on too much of the energies of other people, how you stand in your own power and you speak in your own voice and you help those in a loving, kind, communicative way that you were born to do. But the nature of this modern world especially, and of human society, will often detract from that in lower vibration games and strategy and Machiavellian type politics. You're learning to stand and blossom in this and take what that means and take the messages from the divine and to spread those. And as you do, there is abundance waiting. And also that wanted to pop out with this is clarity. So the way to cut through the noise and the illusions is clarity very much. You can see there's darkness in this card, but there's a lot of light in this card as well. Like the Ace of Swords, you're cutting through the noise and the darkness and the things that aren't serving you. And this can happen on different times. There may be times, and I bet there are, where you have days and feelings of something much better for you, and you feel it and you sense it and it's in your vibration. But then the very next day maybe that seems to be nowhere near, and you fall into things that have happened in the past, or just darkness and illusions of who you're not. Because who you are is most likely not who you have been, based on all the noise and the distractions and the voices of others around you that aren't even conscious really from them, because you are on a path of consciousness and higher consciousness and clarity. I also saw a yellow butterfly yesterday, and it's a beautiful, joyous, prosperous sign. There's loads of buttercups in yellow around me. There's a lot of yellow in this card, which is joy and optimism and hope and happiness. When cutting through all of this, the mind's almost happy when it's still at times, and that's when the messages and the communication is able to cut through. Let's take a Divine Masters card. Okay. So it has a triple whammy of ladies who have come up recently. I'll show them all three together. And that would be Lady Venus light activation, call to action, power surge, earth mission. Green Tara, healing light, wellness unfolding, know that healing is a journey. And Lady Portia, overcoming limitations, karmic release, let go of the need to be right. So I'll work back through them in the reverse order. Overcoming limitations, let go of the need to be right, let go of the past, let go of fears and illusions, and stand in this power, whether you're male or female. It's just standing in a divine feminine sense of power and grace and receptivity, a little bit like in this. And lots again of third eye and crown chakra, just bright light that you're embodying. Green Tara, healing light. Wellness unfolding, know that healing is a journey in a very natural sense with all the green in here. But again, you're looking to embody that higher light. The stars at the crown here, a little bit like the star at the crown of this card as well. It's all interlinked. And then with Lady Venus, it gives a sense of a bit of power surge and that pushing through, and a little bit more cosmic in that sense, and that whole embodiment of golden light and the rays that kind of come off and shoot off this card. So it's like universe is just pushing you forward out of those fears and anxieties and into this person that you really truly are. And in there is also Sanat Kumara, which I believe is the partner of Lady Venus. Signs, codes, downloads and sacred information. There seems to be a kind of similarity in these two cards. There's a cosmic and an ancestral sense. There's a lot of divine guides that are looking to give you information and clarity here. Let's have a look. The Time Traveler's Oracle now. Okay. So these two just popped out, and this one wanted to come out as well. 42 Truth. With all this clarity and with these breakthroughs, and the abundance comes from you sticking to and talking your truth, the talking stick tradition from the Cherokees. This divine guidance is for you to be there and stand in your power and speak that truth as the loving empath that you are, and that embodiment of divine light that you are. With that is leadership. Number 22, as often on this channel, themes of ancient Egypt. Knowing who you are, knowing who your soul has been in many incarnations and has had to struggle through this lifetime to get more understanding of, but you are getting there and you are standing in this leadership. Divine light, again, a theme, downloads, messages from the divine coming into you and you staying strong in that and transcending. Coming into another world, creating another world, which we believe in Atlantis and Atlantean times was on this world, a lot more embodiment of light. That light was being shone a lot more here in between human beings here. And this is what an ask of you returning to this earth. I mean, that's a very gradual process to get dolphins in the sky, but it represents a shift. Whatever that means in the physical embodiment of it is a shift to something higher and brighter. And whether you believe you go back to an Atlantean era or however you want to perceive it, the world needs a shift. The world needs an empathic shift because there is too much malignant psychopathy in it and humans are destroying the earth as it is. So this is calling for those who have that empathy and understanding and belief in a more cooperative world as we enter an age of Aquarius, and Pluto moves into Aquarius as well. is that for you to be a leader and bring that shift, a change in the power structures, as old ones clearly start to fall all across the world. New leaders are coming to lead in a different way, or one that may have always been. At the bottom of the deck was flexibility and growth with that. And again, the flexibility talks to me to say, doing things a way that is not as it is now, not to be as structured as it is now, because the current structures do not work. They are too heavy, they are too burdensome, and we are all going to go down with the ship if we all carry on the same way. So go lead, listen to the divine messages and calls to action and clarity you're being given, dear one, because you have something that you are here to pioneer in this world with all the other light workers and yellow butterflies that are with you. Go speak your truth and do it without any excessive fear. I love you, I believe in you, and I'm so grateful you're here doing it. Thank you. Namaste.